Hey you guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm quickly going to speak about hair, and before I get into solution, I just quickly want to put a disclaimer that understand having hair is very normal. Having body hair, having facial hair, having hair, it's just very normal in case. But yes, for certain situations and for certain women especially, it can be a little bit out of place, and that's usually because of imbalance of your hormones. So there is something known as your androgen, that's your male hormone, so like testosterone or your DHT. If there is excess production of testosterone, and if you have say imbalanced proportions of your estrogen and progesterone, so anything that is going to counterbalance the act or the havoc that testosterone can possibly create, it can stimulate your hair follicles to give you a lot of thick and coarse hair. So you can see it on your face, you can see it around your chin, around your jaw, you can see it around your nipples, and just in general in your over body hair growth. You can find that the hair is very thick and coarse, and it can be genetic 100%. So if your mom had it, or if your grandparents had it, there's a huge possibility that you're going to have it too. And if not that, then it could be definitely your hormones, and you should look into it. So usually what happens is when there is excess of male hormone, it can stimulate you to have the more male-like characteristics, right? So the thick and coarse hair that we usually see in a beard of a male body, so that can be very dominantly seen in women who have PCOD and a hormonal dysfunction. Now, one decent way in which you can use a little something, of course you can use a little bit of herb that's going to help you counteract the balance, but always understand that it's not just this one herb that's going to miraculously bring down your testosterone. Okay, you need to have a decent amount of it, and you need to pair this with a lot of other lifestyle changes that can possibly give you result, and this is not the only miraculous shot that's going to help you. So the herb that I'm speaking about is nothing but mint, and mint is basically an umbrella term. Okay, so your peppermint, your spearmint, apple mint, orange mint, it's just so it all comes under different types of mint, and I usually focus on top two that we easily get in the market. That would be our peppermint and spearmint. Now a lot of people get confused between these two, and you always have to know that the spearmint is it's a little lesser stronger as compared to your regular peppermint because of a compound known as menthol. So that's actually one thing that's going to be antibacterial, antifungal, and it's just going to, if you have a lot of bad breath issues, peppermint really works. And you will also find menthol sprays and everything. So that's the whole logic behind it. And so I think peppermint would have around say 40% more menthol as compared to spearmint that would have around 0.5-0.10% of the content of menthol. But it's very important that we use it very wisely, and I'm by no means saying start having bunch and kilos of mint every day and it's going to help you, but definitely certain amount is definitely going to help you. And the best part is you can actually apply it on your skin, you can inhale it, you can take some steam, you can put it into a tea, you can make a mint infusion water out of it. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see some mint here, right? So I will just sip on it. On some days I don't take it every day. So this is one thing that really helps when it comes to hormones. So if you have PCOD, if you have hirsutism, and if you are looking to just do it naturally, this is one way. Now I'm not saying that just drinking this is going to help you, but it really helps. Now of course, even with literature, if you look into this, they have a few studies, but the studies have not been done for a long period of time. So like the clinical trials have not been carried out for a long period of time, and they have done it on women who have hirsutism because of PCOD. They have done it on women who just have facial hair without PCOD, and it's just always has been noted in the limited amount of trials that have been carried out that your follicle stimulating hormone and your luteinizing hormone increases as compared to your testosterone that decreases. So I think there is a little bit of truth in it, and I give it to my patients as well. I take it myself, so I just like to believe that it's going to work, and it's actually good. Okay, it has even if you just chuck this property out, we still have vitamin A, we still have manganese, we still have folate, we have iron. So I mean, it's a health food at the end of the day, and it's going to help you. Okay, now another way when it comes to taking care of the facial hair would be, for me, I use razor. Okay, I have been using razor for say 5 years, 6 years, 5-6 years, and there is so much myth around razors and everything. Now see, if I am not wearing any makeup as such, okay, and I just use it on my face, so I don't think that it gives you black dark spots or pigmentation. I use it to shave my brows, I use it for my face, my upper lip, my lower lip, my jaw area. So I definitely most certainly use it, and I use it, say, almost 3 times in a week, minimum of 3 times, and it's like literally nothing. You just take this, you have to make sure that it's nice and clean, and I will just like, and that's it. Like literally that's it. And I just did it yesterday, so there is no hair, otherwise I would have shown it to you, and I can make a video on it if you want me to, but it's nothing. I literally just take a razor and I will just like, you know, like just like very firmly just take it out. Okay, that's about it. I don't use any pre-lotion, after lotion, post lotion, nothing. I will definitely have some amount of redness, but nothing that my body cannot deal with on its own, so I don't do anything. I will just have a face wash that I will use to wash my face. I use Cetaphil as face wash, and that's about it. That's the only thing I use. So after using 100 products and using Clinique and Laneige and just, you know, fanciest products in the market, the Face Shop and all of the Korean brands and everything, this is what I've come down to. So like literally one face wash, there is no scrub, nothing, and my skin has never been better. So it's not about the way it looks, it's about the way it makes me feel, and I'm very comfortable being this way, and this is what I do. So maybe a little something that you can pick out from here. And this is the razor. This razor is by Miniso. So literally any razor, but it has to be good quality. There is another brand known as Tinkle, Tinkle. I'll put their link in the description box below, so maybe you can purchase that, and it's very, very safe. I use it. I'm sitting here in front of you. This is what it is. I'm not wearing any makeup, so I have nothing to hide, and I don't really think this creates a problem. I don't use it on my body, okay? It's just for my eyebrows, upper lip, lower lip, and if I do feel like wearing, like if I do feel like, you know, just putting it around my jaw and this area, I would use it. Otherwise we are sorted with mint tea and razor. That's how